Every time I elevate myself, every time something good happens in my life, it seems like there's some kind of test. You know, something from the past will knock on your door. Somebody will stir up some drama. For some reason, it's always gonna be a challenge, like an extra challenge that just appears out of nowhere. Like, has this ever happened to you? Has this ever happened to you? Because it keeps happening to me. And I personally, and that's the Rasta way, I'm not like a Rasta like that in a spiritual sense, but I do have dreads and I like certain points about Rastafarian principles. And the most important thing is seeing yourself being tested in this life. So we all get tested on a daily basis. How do you present yourself? How do you show up for other people? How do you interact with other people? What is something you have? What do you focus your attention on? What seems to be a priority in your life, right? For a lot of us, we don't have anything. So what happens then is we get hijacked by the world. And as we all know, the world is corrupt, the world is demonic, we're in the end times. And I'm not being pessimistic saying these things because in spite of all of this, what I want to do is bring value into this rotten place of a world. I want to be a source of light. And if more of us do it, if we work on ourselves, the way we come off to people, the way we talk to people, if this is productive, if this is uplifting, if this can shine some light, which can be uncomfortable truth, if that's something you want to provide because you actually deep down care, that's your intention. I think it's not pessimistic to just say it how it is, right? Because I do all of these things. I try my best. And part of it is just accepting the dark, accepting the shadow, accepting the demons. But what I'm not going to do anymore is entertain it. I'm not entertaining it anymore, you know? I really think that a demonic spirit all of us are fighting is the spirit of distraction. The spirit of distraction. Are you looking at my hair right now? Are you looking at my eyes? Are you looking at my hands? Like, what are you looking at? Because you're supposed to listen. You're supposed to listen. And that's the issue. That's the issue nowadays. It's all about superficiality. It's all about superficiality. The videos where I have makeup on do better on average. But I don't care about it anymore. Like, if that's something that bothers you or anybody, I don't think it bothers people. But we can't deny that we are superficial creatures. You get me? So, yeah, what do? Well, we don't play into it. We don't play into it by embodying something else, first of all. Because you can talk all you want, but your actions have to match up with it. So defeating your demons is a daily choice that you have to make. And, you know, I'm done with over-explaining myself to people and to their demons. Because some of these, as I said, people get hijacked by demons all the time, and you can call it whatever you want to call it. I really don't care. You can call it being unaware. You can call it having mental health issues. You can call it being selfish, superficial. I really don't care what you want to call it. I summarize it as demonic and demonic spirit because I'm an energy reader. I read energies, and that's how I feel it, and that's how I experience it, and that's what I see. So sometimes we don't talk to people. Sometimes we just talk to their demons. And you know what's funny? If you know when to do this, you ignore it and they will leave you alone. That's how easy it is sometimes. But we often feel pressure to reply, pressure to whatever. You know, the most, like, what I like to do with, like, I feel like the most interesting, I don't know, way to deal with people being rude and stuff is just to look at them. Or when, you know, when people ask you questions that are kind of too personal, kind of too, like, oh, how much money do you make? You know, these types of things. I just look at them and I don't reply immediately. Just this awkward, like, instead of feeling awkward, I create awkward for other people and they don't like it. They don't like it. But what I'm doing is I'm not feeding into it anymore. And if they are not super toxic, they will actually kind of think, you know, they will just just give them a pause, give them a break. I feel like everything is so damn fast paced now. Like, I made a few videos about how I beat my addiction. For over 10 years, I was an addict. And all of us are addicts. All of us are addicted to the internet and all of these things. Most of the time now, with being very disciplined, and that's something you can train. I've never been disciplined, but I trained myself to be, because I'm thinking about how many years I'm wasting, how much money I'm wasting, because time is money, as we know. And time is actually worth more than money, because it's your lifespan that you're kind of reducing. I'm on the internet because of work. That's where I want to be. You know, that's where I want to be. And I think most of us should be like that. Like educational, something that creates something. Creating can be anything. It doesn't have to be drawing or whatever. It can be creating money, right? But it's not beyond the point. We have to be disciplined. And, well, I made these videos about addiction. And the main thing was, for me, to see the spirit behind, the spirit of destruction. And you have to be able to be in the moment, to look outside of your window, for example. That's what I'm doing right now. Just looking, you see the clouds, you see how slowly they're moving. Instead of being so focused, it's just an example, right? Instead of being so focused on your brain being like a crybaby, basically. Oh, mommy, I want this, I want that, I want my bottle, right? I want my drugs, I want my alcohol. You have to, that's how easy simple, okay, not easy, sorry. Simple, that's how simple it is to beat any addiction. You are able to ride the wave of temptation, of urge. What is urge? Urgency. It forces you to do something right now. That's where we have to train ourselves to be patient, to find the beauty in the stillness, in the slow, in the calm, in the steady. The more you struggle with this, the more toxicity is in your life, the more you're dependent on things outside of yourself, and these things lead to misery. My main focus on this channel is to stop people from living a miserable life. And the more I walk this path, the more blessings I receive. And that's what I want to share with people. It's more than philosophy. It's, well, more than spirituality is a bit hard to say because that's heavy, that's a lot. But it's more than what exactly you believe, than what you want to achieve. It's beyond that. It's living life to the fullest. That's what it's about. I think that was enough chatting for today. I would like to hear your thoughts on any of these points. And yeah, if you want to just tell me what you want to talk about more, let me know in the comments, and like and subscribe if you care. And talk to you soon. Bye.